will not be free until we are liberated from the radical leftist ideologies, scare tactics, and violence.
Against the stream, it don't matter what race or creed or color. You love this land and you're my brother. That ain't the place to know I'm gonna stand. If you say you can't breathe, I'll show you we can. Never gonna stop believing. We were born for freedom. We're born for freedom.
Back down. We will not cower in fear. We're not going to hide any longer. Our president will be reelected. Our police will be backed. And our sanity will be restored. Power to the Patriots!
All right. What's up? What's up, Ragers? How's everyone doing today? Wait for a few more people to get in. So let me just start off by saying this is another business meeting. Okay, but it's also, we're going to have a fucking therapy session. Okay, just fuck it. I'm tired of talking about shit that's going on. Shit's really fucked up right now. I got all kinds of videos from what just happened in Portland. We got California recall stuff. We got border stuff and immigrant stuff. We got a lot to talk about. I'll do something else soon. I'm just trying to wait till I'm kind of settled. A lot of shit has changed very quickly for me. Things always change very quickly for me. And sometimes it's my fault and sometimes it's not. Part of being a Virgo is being self-aware. So we are our own biggest critics. We know exactly what's wrong with us. We know exactly how fucked up in the head we are. Hi, Bruce. Say hello to your wife for me and kiss all my little baby goats. Kiss my little baby goats for me. I miss them so much. Part of, being an adult is being self-aware. Part of being a leader is being self-aware, and I know exactly how I act. I know exactly how I present myself. I know that basically all I need to do is look at people and piss people off. I'm a Virgo and that's what we do. And I realize I'm never going to change this about myself. And all Virgos are this way. And, a lot of Leos are this way too. We can't stomach bullshit. We can't tolerate bullshit. And we're never going to change. We're just not. That's not how we are wired. That's not how we're made up. So, one thing that I talk about with my therapist is, in addition to the grief and the trauma and the PTSD and everything else, there's still a lot of childhood stuff that has affected every decision and every behavior that I've had in my life. And I don't want to have this constantly feeling like I'm at the mercy of others. I don't want to have that victim mentality. I don't have it intellectually, but that stuff stays in your body and it stays in your soul. And a lot of times these knee-jerk reactions that we have to things in life, it's because something is in us that we're either not conscious of, or we're conscious of it and we haven't dealt with it. So, I feel bad because of the way I act sometimes, but I don't, because if you don't be that thorn in someone's side, sometimes they'll never have it. Like if you don't straight up tell somebody that they are fucking incompetent, they're never going to know. And it's not like I'm trying to be a hero. It's not that I'm trying to take control. It's just that when other people's shit steps on my toes, that's when I have to now say, okay, a boundary needs to be drawn. How I draw those boundaries is really where it's all about. It's not wrong to draw boundaries with people. But the way you draw boundaries with certain people has to be tactful. It has to be effective. I'm not looking to be right or wrong. I'm not looking to be superior or inferior. I'm not looking to be angry or to sugarcoat it. I'm looking to be effective. When I say something, I want people to fucking know I mean it. When I say something, I want a light to come on in people's heads. And when there's anger or hostility or tension, you can't bring that light on in people's heads. And 20 years ago, you could, especially in my industry. 20 years ago, the industry was not like it is today. 20 years ago, there was hierarchy, there was respect, there was chain of command. People came to work because, yeah, they need to pay their bills, but people, a good 70% of people who were in the industry at that time were like direct, so it's like if you're raised a certain way, it's hard to get out of that as you get older. I cannot adapt to the workforce. I haven't been able to for a long time, like especially when I started getting really, really good at my job. It's harder and harder and harder for me to appease people who don't give a shit. I'm not there to motivate. I only have enough energy to do the job. I don't have enough energy to manage other people's emotions and feelings. And obviously we can see from this whole channel and everything that we constantly talk about, we see that feelings have brought down the standard to the point where math is racist and religion is racist and the American flag is racist. So I'm not going to bow down to somebody who's insane. Like, I just can't do it, right? Now, I'm going to show you guys a little Instagram video. By the way, if you're not already on my Instagram, get on my Instagram, please. Get on my fucking Instagram. I know you guys are like, oh, I don't do social media. Yes, you do. You have an Instagram page. So get on my Instagram and follow it. Yeah, if you don't want to get on the Instagram, you can always get on the Twitter. You can always get on the TikTok. That's my Instagram, at RedPillTV1. My TikTok is at Jenny Red Pill. I have just shy of 6,000 followers on TikTok. And I really want to build it up because, as you guys know, I fucking love TikTok. I do. It is my guilty pleasure. I love it. I love it. I love it. So get up on there. I want to get back to where I was before. The first TikTok I had 40,000 followers. The second TikTok I had 17,000. And now I'm like just shy of 6. And it's like, it's affecting my self-esteem. So get on my TikTok. All right. So I made this Instagram yesterday. I feel guilty. I should. Here's the thing. Here's the deal, guys. I know myself, and I also know personality types. And I know when I'm in a kitchen full of babies and victims and paycheck cooks, I'm not going to do well in that kitchen. So I just walked out of another place yesterday. I don't give a fuck because this place was insane. And the amount of work that I was doing compared to what everyone else was doing was insane. And I felt very manipulated by the chef. And I had to draw some boundaries with some people in that place. It wasn't that I was telling anyone what to do. I wasn't. It was that they weren't doing what they were supposed to do and leaving all the work and cleanup for me. And when they got called on it, they didn't like it. Okay. And then it's like, okay, all right, you go run crying to the chef saying that I was rude to you. and then it's going to create tension, and then everybody's going to be all passive aggressive, and I'm just going to walk in there like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you're cool, give me my prep list and leave me alone. People don't care, and you can ask Charles Manson this, okay? People don't care how good you are at what you do, they care how you make them feel. You know, that is the part of the adaptation to this industry that I'm not comfortable with, and I can't get through it. You know, I know the way that I was treated as a chef, as a cook, as a prep cook, and I could take it, so I expect that everybody else can take it. And my aggression level is like this big compared to the aggression levels that I had to endure from chefs for years. So I don't understand how asking somebody to clean up after themselves is offensive when they've made a fucking mess and I now need to use that station. I don't see how asking people to put things away after they pull them out so I can work there is offensive. But it is, because we're dealing with a bunch of bitches. This is a communist world. That the workforce here, what's up, Brenda? The workforce now, it will never be the same. Not in my industry. It won't. It will never be the same, because we have become, let's appease the weakest link. You know, we have become a kitchen where if I complete 10 things perfectly, I get paid the same amount of money as the lazy ass fucking old lady down there with the attitude, who walks through the kitchen as slow as she fucking can, does as little work as she fucking can, so you don't ask her to do anything more. She completes one project a day. I complete 10 projects a day in the same allotted time, but she's not held to any standard. And if I even like, if my eyebrows even, if my eyebrows or my face even does this, all of a sudden I'm the fucking enemy of I'm the enemy of the state. You know, I don't even have to say anything to people and they get mad, you know, so that's okay, because I like that about myself. It keeps shitty people out of my life and it keeps good people in my life, you know. But anyway, I made this Instagram. You're gonna think it's funny. The managers, I don't like. Okay. I don't like the workers. I don't like the managers. I don't like nobody. We can clock out or keep it professional. How you want to go about it? So, like within the first like hour that I was there, I made that video. And that basically let me knew me making that video was predicted what the rest of my day was going to be like. And that's okay. Like, that's okay. I accept that. As long as we're all willing to accept the consequences of our bad behavior, then that's cool. So I'm going to tell you what I did, and then we're going to get into communication. All right. So when you're good, people want to fucking challenge you, right? They either want to talk shit about you, they want to challenge you, or if they have good character and integrity, they'll be drawn toward you and they'll want to work with you. So that's how it always is everywhere I go. Like, people are scared of me, but the ones that aren't punk bitches will like want to work with me because they see the way that I work, everything gets done faster and we're more efficient and the food comes out better. And I've noticed every kitchen I've been in, there's always those couple that maybe at the beginning they're not that good, but after a couple of weeks with me, they are like really good now because they just watch how I do everything and they do it the same way. I see the growth and improvement and I compliment people. Like, I encourage people. I'm like the kitchen fucking cheerleader until you piss me off. So, I know I make an impact wherever I go, and that's a good thing, you know, but I also absolutely destroy people's self-esteem wherever I go. One or two, there's always one or two. I'm going to destroy their self-esteem. So it was just weird yesterday. Like, I walked in, I tried to be so neutral. I wore my mask the whole time, which I don't usually do because you know I hate that. I usually like pull it down and just not even fucking wear it at all. But I was like, I don't want no one to see no facial expressions from me. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to say anything to anybody. Like, I'm just gonna fucking just do the work and just get the fuck out, right? So there's this one kid there. She's not a kid, she's like 29. Little ugly little dyke with huge gouged ears and fat and ugly with bad highlights. You know what I'm talking about, right? Little wannabe tranny man dyke, right? She's 29, but she said that she just graduated culinary school like a year ago. She's only been in the industry a year. And there's some things that she does that are good. Like her flavors are really, really good. But she takes forever to do everything. She's so fucking messy. She's so fucking lazy. It took this bitch 4 hours to make flan, right? Now, when I make the flan, which they should have assigned to me, but instead they wanted me to sit there and fucking slice tomatoes. Okay. Okay, I'll sit here and I'll slice tomatoes when you know I should be doing the pantry shit. You know I'm the only one here who can fucking bake. I'm the only one there who can fucking cook. Okay? And desserts are even harder. So if I'm the only one there who can fucking do pot de creme and flan without burning it or fucking it up, maybe you should have assigned that to me. But they didn't, and that's fine. So they let her do it. She's supposed to do a pot de creme and flan, right? Getting the ingredients together takes some time. Measuring everything out, it does take some time. But once you put it in the pot and you watch it, and all you have to do is just stir it and and pull it off before it burns, that's all you have to do. So it requires focus, it requires intellect, it requires attention and observation. But it doesn't require 4 hours of it. Maybe like 1 hour of it. I could have done that in 1 hour. So this little dumb bitch, and like everything else that she does in the kitchen, all she fucking does is just you tell her to do something, she walks away, you don't see her for 30 minutes. You tell her to do something else, she does one thing, walks away, you don't see her for 30 minutes. This is what this girl does. Okay? So I'm supposed to be off at 6. 5:30 comes along. This little bitch has the nerve to ask me to get the mise en place, which is the ingredients, ready to do the pot de creme. So reluctantly, I did it. Bye, Bruce. Reluctantly, I did it. I put everything on a cart for her, everything. The salt, the sugar, the chocolate, everything, right? I didn't know she was off at 6 too. No, she was off at 5:30. I didn't know. So it takes forever for her to make these. And then the chef brings them to me, and I was like, yeah, I'll help you put them in the oven, because it was like 400 of them or some shit, right? Like 200 of them, right? And, you know, it requires having a steady hand so you don't fucking spill everything when you put it in. Who can they trust to do that? Me. So I put him in the oven for him, and then I see him change. He walks out of his office, changes his clothes, and leaves. Doesn't say goodbye to me. Doesn't say anything to me. And then right behind him, she fucking leaves. So basically, because I've been treated like shit all fucking day by these people, and I was having problems with them all fucking day, even when I was trying to just mind my own business. So you know what I did? I put everything in the oven, shut the oven. I didn't even fucking turn it on. I didn't even turn it on. I've never done anything like that in my career. Like, I will always have enough in me to say, you know what? The customer shouldn't have to pay the price. I'll always make sure the food is perfect. Okay. Oh, thank you, Lawrence. Like I'm Cinderella. Thank you. Where's my glass slippers? Or glass wedges, because I can't wear high heels anymore. My feet are too fucked up from being a chef. So anyway, I fucking put, all I'm going to say is this. I hope to God that whoever was working the night shift saw that, texted the chef the temperature and the time, and put those things and got those things cooking. But I know how fucking stupid and lazy the night crew is. I can guarantee they didn't see it. I can guarantee when everybody got to work this morning, those flans were probably still in the oven, uncooked and fucking spoiled. Now that's some low down shit for me to do, right? Nope, it's not. It's not, because the chef walked out without telling me anything. She walked out without completing her fucking project. And if these people want to shit on me, if these people want to fucking have an attitude with me, even when I'm quiet and minding my own business and not talking to anybody and just doing my work, then they fucking deserve it. Thank you, Gregory. I'm going to follow you on your LinkedIn page. I just saw you put a tweet out with your LinkedIn page. So I do have a LinkedIn profile. So I'm going to follow you. So, I mean, you have to teach people how you want to be treated. And if you want to shit on your best asset, I will show you what it feels like to be like everyone else. So I'll just do what I'm told and not take any initiative. You want to shit on me, talk to me like I'm stupid when you know I'm smarter than everyone else here, when you know I'm the only one who's fine dining and banquet trained, unlike everyone else there. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I got you. So needless to say, I will never set foot in that kitchen again. I have a ton of interviews this week. A ton. So I'm really excited. And I wanted to kind of I don't have any I have no business clothes at all. So it's like I have a blazer and like a way too tight dress, but the blazer kind of covers it up. So I'm going to try to get away with this. So today I got a bartending job. Exactly. I'm never going to go back, Megan. I'm never going to go back. And if they're going to tolerate this little lazy bit, I didn't even get to the pot de creme. And then I'm going to get into the communication stuff. I didn't even get to the pot de creme. So the sous chef that was there, I'm not going to lie. I kind of fucked up with my communication with him. Little dyke bitch, she asked me to get all her ingredients ready, which I said I did, right? This little fucking asshole takes half the ingredients after I bring them to her, puts them back in the fucking walk-in refrigerator right before she leaves. So it's like, what are you doing? You asked me to make your life easier and now you want to make my life harder? Like, what's going on here? So she walks out. The other sous chef asked me to make the pot de creme, and I said, I'm going to get the mise en place ready for it. But he asked me to make it, and I just kind of nodded my head. So in his mind, I said yes, and this is where I fucked up, you know. Workplace anger, drive up and down the street in every city and look at every website. They all read help wanted. In this day and age, there's zero excuse. Zero excuse for me to be angry, or zero excuse to stay somewhere where I'm being targeted for being excellent. Can you clarify that, Uncle Guns? I don't understand your comment. Okay. So anyway, I just fucking was like, it was like 5:45. I'm supposed to leave at 6. So then he was supposed to leave at 6. So he was mad. He's like, oh, I thought you were making it. I said, no, I get everything together. He said, you told me you were making it. And he yelled at me. And then I got hot and I yelled at him back. I said, it's not my fucking fault that your employees just leave and don't do shit. I'm not picking up after everybody. I clean up for that bitch every day. Both respectfully, ma'am. Okay. Workplace anger. And this is where we're going to get to the next part. There's no excuse for me to be angry. Well, my therapist says there is an excuse for me to be angry because I am protective of what I do. And I have the right to be protective of what I do. I have the right to set boundaries, and I have a right to be in a place where the workload is reasonably, not even, I didn't even say evenly distributed, because for some people just aren't capable of certain things, but fairly distributed. I have the right to be in a workplace where I'm not being overworked to death, and every shitty prep cook is throwing all of their labor onto me, all of their projects onto me, and I have to sit there and bust ass to get it done. I do have a right to be angry. I absolutely have a right to be angry. Um, and that's what my therapist told me. So thank you, Uncle Guns. I'm not trying to be defensive here, but this is the next part of what I'm going to say. So I was talking to my therapist last time about how to communicate better, because again, what did I say in the beginning of the video? Thank you. Yeah, jobs are plentiful. I have 2 interviews today and another one later this week and one on Friday. So it's cool. You know, I'm fully confident that I'll end up wherever I'm supposed to be, you know, and if it's not for long, it's not for long. It's for, if I stay 2 months and make a bunch of money and fucking quit, then that's what I do. You know, if I stay a year, even better, you know. But my therapist I told her, I said, I have the right to stand up for myself. I have the right to set boundaries. The way in which I set those boundaries is the issue here. Like, I can't fucking talk to people the way that I normally talk to people. I just can't. Not in this day and age. 20 years ago, it was acceptable, but today it's not, right? So I wrote down some tips that she gave me and some other things that other people have said. All right, how to communicate. All right, here's where therapy session starts. Okay, start with candy. Meaning, and I fucking hate this phrase where people are like, you can attract more flies with honey than you can with vinegar. I would prefer to work somewhere where we don't have any flies, where flies get terminated. That's where I want to be. And we're not talking about when you have a good employee who has a bad day. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who consistently show a detriment to the entire kitchen, right? But start with candy, meaning that you have to give somebody sweet before you rip them a new one, you know, and in management, in corporate management, they call that the Oreo method, okay? The Oreo method is when you say something nice, then you give your constructive criticism or talk about an incident, and then you say something encouraging to kind of keep them from quitting after you've decimated their self-esteem. So I'm not good at that. I'm good at giving compliments when they're needed and when they're due, but I don't know how to just say, I don't know how to say things in a way that's going to bring down their defense systems so that I can get through and be effective. Because remember, that's the goal here, is being effective. It's not about being mad or happy. It's not about being right or wrong. It's about being effective. How can we effectively communicate? So what I need to do is I need to look at people's weaknesses, and I need to figure out how is their weakness a strength, and how can I give them a little boost of encouragement so that when I'm really fucking insulting them, they don't know it, but they use it as a motivator to do better. Okay, so for example, if somebody's really fucking slow, right? Really slow. Instead of saying, what the fuck is taking so long, which is what I would normally say, I should say, I love how detail oriented you are, because even they might be, and they might not. They could be slow and stupid and inaccurate and burn shit like the fucking old lady did yesterday. All right, so I could say, I love how meticulous you are. I love how detail oriented you are. I love how precise you are. But right now, I need you to have a sense of urgency because this is taking longer than it would for someone with a little bit more experience. And I want you, hold on. Hello? 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 Who's this? Yes, the sushi chef position. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for letting me know that. All right. Bye bye. Oops. Too far. Okay. um, I forgot my train of thought. But anyway, that's the first one. Start with candy. Start with candy. Girl, Olga, ooh, Olga, I know you feel what I'm saying, girl. Olga says, I've been a manager in the past and I hated having top employees that way. It's like making up for what their parents lacked. Agreed. Agreed. 110%. Agreed. Okay. I hate it too because and I told my therapist this. I said, it requires more energy of me to think of creative ways to approach shitty people than it does for me to just get them out of the way and do the work myself. Like, you guys can go fucking peel potatoes for 10 hours if that's what you want to do and rip off this company and abuse our labor cost. You can go do that. Give me your fucking prep list and I can do everything you can do in an hour and 45 minutes. And I have to show people that. And they do, and they see it and they hate me for it. They hate me for it. They hate that I get done in 30 minutes what takes them 4 hours to do. They hate it. But anyway, Smeghead. Hi, Smeghead. Miss you. I miss you, Patriots Flow. I always think about you. You're amazing. We got to do another live because you were definitely in my top 10 favorite episodes that I've ever done. And I have almost, I think 500-600 videos on YouTube, and you were definitely like in my top 10. But anyway, so my therapist told me another one, and she was talking about her Southern grandma. And apparently in the South, so this is technique number 2, you can say, bless your little heart, right? And what that means is you're a fucking dumbass. But that's how old Southern ladies say it. So if I could replace what the fuck are you doing with bless your little heart, it would enable me to psychologically feel like I'm expressing what I want to express to that individual, but it also throws them off guard and confuses them unless they know what it means. And even if they know what it means, they can't go running back to the boss and saying I was mean to them, right? So this bless your little heart is actually one of my favorites on this list because it's one that I actually feel like I can do. Wandering Mantis says, I am a meticulous slow worker too. It actually impresses and confuses me how some people just fly through the work. Well, hey, some of us are just built like that. Some of us we get off on the adrenaline. We are intrinsically rewarded by watching us turn one thing transform it into something else. I like seeing the volume of my work. I even told a lady that I'm supposed to talk to, she's at the one of the hotels. She's a recruiter for the Hyatt. So we had a good conversation and she's going to set me up with an interview. I said one of the things I like the most about banquets is when you see all 500 of these salads like done. when you see, and they're beautiful and they all looked exactly the same and they're perfect, right? Seeing the bulk, visually seeing the bulk of what I'm doing accomplished is like it's a big turn on for me. It's like a dopamine drop for me. So that's why I'm like this, you know? And so, you know, it is what it is. Thank you. I know you respect that. Thank you. Let's see. I'm slow too, like learning new tics from other people. I've been having fun cooking this summer, getting faster too. Good, good, good. All right. So, next one. Next one is number 3. Stop stealing from the devil. Now, this was something a guy that I was dating, like we just went out on a few dates, but this is something that he said that really stuck with me. He said, like, this guy does like all kinds of drugs. He does like Molly and shrooms, and it's like not for me. Like, you know, I smoke my weed. I do a little toot toot once every few months, but that's it. Like, I cannot get into drugs. I don't like drugs. I don't like being around people who do drugs because their reality is just fucked up, right? So this guy does a lot of drugs, and he was telling me that he was on shrooms one day, and he talked to the devil, right? And he said that the devil told him, I don't have a problem with you other than the fact that you keep stealing from me. You keep stealing souls from me. And that's what the devil wants. He wants us to shut up and stop being who we are, because we can be the light that's going to break people's chains and bring them out of darkness, right? But I thought to myself, okay, spiritually, that's really wrong. Okay, I will fight I will go to hell and fight the devil. Like, the devil doesn't want me in hell because I will fuck him up. I'm gonna fuck him up, right? I'll take over that shit and I'll set everybody free. Like, that's what I would do, honestly, unless they really needed to be there, you know. But if it's just like, oh, I'm some atheist and I didn't say the Lord's Prayer, you know, you can get out. If you're a murderer or a rapist, then you got to stay. But anyway, I tried to apply that to the workplace, and I'm thinking to myself, why do I even want to teach or inspire? And I don't even want to teach or inspire people. I just want people to stay out of my way so I can get my work done. Okay. But why waste my time fighting with somebody who you know is just there for a paycheck? Why waste my time trying to get along with somebody or appease somebody or even be friendly with somebody who's just there for a paycheck? They're not on my level. They're not my kind. They're not real chefs. They don't deserve my respect. And no matter what I would do, no matter what any manager would do for a person like this, they are going to continue to fuck up because they choose to and because they're stupid. So why am I giving energy to stupid fucking people? Why are stupid people making my life harder? You know, so that's number 3. Stop stealing from the devil. Number 4, be the eagle that flies above. So eagles are special to me. I don't have eagle feathers anymore, but I did, and they got damaged. But I used to wear like, you can see it on like my, let's see, is it in like my profile picture back when I was like skinny and hot? Let's see, favorites, albums, favorites. Okay, so you can't see it in this picture. I use this picture on my profile sometimes. But there's eagle feathers in my hair. And the eagle is my spirit animal anyway. But we talked about me and my therapist. I have an eagle's eye view of life. I'm a fucking Virgo. I look at every direction of things, to make sure I'm not being an asshole, but also to see that I'm not being gaslighted, you know, because we Virgos, we're self-aware, we hate ourselves, we're meticulous, we're perfectionists, we never think we're good enough. So we're always looking to improve on ourselves, right? If it's us, we'll know it's us. If it's not us, I'm telling you it's not us, right? So be the eagle that sees everything. So if I take myself, if I'm two people face to face, right? All there is this lateral vision, right? But when you come up and you've got aerial vision, you see more, right? You see what's behind the person, you see what's in front, on the side, this side. When you have lateral vision, you only see what's in front of you, right? But when you have aerial vision, you see all of this. And what I need to remember for myself is, if I'm going to be the eagle, with that, I have to remember where I am, and who I am and what I deserve. If I had played my cards right, I very easily could have been the sous chef at that place. But I wasn't going to surrender to a communist workforce. I wasn't going to surrender myself to a lazy workforce. Like, I'm not going to do it because I'm the eagle. But at the same time, like, let's say I had played the game. Let's say I was really, really fake. And I was like so nice to everybody and always helping people and really patient and letting everything that they did fucking slide. I could have gotten that job. No doubts about it. But I wasn't about to kiss ass. I don't kiss ass. I tell people, I say things like it is. So the eagle, I have to remember what I sacrifice when I don't play the game. I have to remember, I have to see everything from the top and see that it's not just about this little interaction right here. I can have this little interaction right here and get it out of my chest and out of my system and feel great, like I feel today. I feel fucking great that I shit on them the way that they shit on me. I feel awesome about it. It feels so fucking good. But when I'm up here, I also have to remember the backlash to that is those lazy bitches have full-time work. Those lazy bitches have medical and dental. I don't. You know, it's the difference. They play the game and I won't. So being an eagle means you got to look at everything and you also got to know your worth. Okay. So number 5, I communicate to be heard. It's not for their benefit. It's for mine. So this is another motivator for me to be more effective in the way that I deal with people, is because and again, it goes back to stop stealing from the devil. It goes back to number 3, which is don't fucking give energy to stupid people because you can't save them. You can't help them. But it's kind of like that. I communicate to be heard. It's not for their benefit. It's for mine. The harder I work on this, the more it's going to benefit me. If my communication is reaction to their dumb shit, then I'm not communicating effectively. But when my communication is, I am Chef Jenny, I can do global cuisine, I have worked for Zagat Rated and James Beard restaurants, I have worked for some of the top 5 chefs in San Francisco, I have been trained by Michael Jackson's former personal chef. I know I'm good. I know I'm sanitary. I know my food will never get anyone sick. I know that I can follow orders. I know I'm a good listener. I know my brain can retain information better than anyone else's. I know my knife skills are above par. Okay. I know I'm good at what I need to do. So I communicate so people know that about me. I don't communicate, or I shouldn't communicate to benefit them in any way. I should communicate to benefit me. And the most effective way to do that is, well, start with candy or bless your little heart, right? Okay. Number 6, make peace. And I wrote this down. She paraphrased it somewhere. I'm paraphrasing what she said. make peace before the blitzkrieg. Okay. And that goes back to starting with Candy. So what that means is tell them what they want to hear before you tell them what they don't. So that's the most concise way to put it. Tell them what they want to hear before you tell them what they don't. And again, like I said, corporate management, they call it the Oreo method. Make sure that people feel okay with you before you fucking rip them a new one. You know, it's like you got to lube it up before you stick it in. Like you just have to. You know, it's cruel to not lube it up first, right? That's all I'm gonna say on that. And by the way, I don't really like that. But I did one time with one guy, but that was just once. That's because I loved him. That's why I got into it. Bye, Zach. Hey, Patriot. Okay, bugs me how many people today would rather lie, as I only allow myself to be authentic. I know, but authenticity is not appreciated in this world anymore. I'm sorry to tell you. And yeah, the devil does love sheep walkers, and that's what they are. So, all right, the last one is, and I think this is another effective one because it's one that I can actually see myself being able to do. Okay. May I suggest? So when I say no, when I say that's not going to happen, when I say fuck you, I'm not doing it, I can instead say, may I suggest? And I wrote here, it says, may I suggest is greater than laying down the law. May I suggest is the most effective way to set boundaries. So come up with the idea, give them the idea, and then if they refuse your idea, that's when you can just be like, all right, we're at an impasse and I don't think we can help each other or work together. And it's okay to say that too. So like, that's one of the things that I've been saying more recently, probably in my life and maybe like the past year, is just, hey, live and let live, and be able to say, I think we're at an impasse. You're not going to budge on your requirements, and I'm not going to budge on my requirements out of whatever this transaction or relationship is. And it's okay to walk away from that. You know, when you go overboard and when I go overboard and I make sure that I give somebody a piece of my mind and then try to set boundaries, that's what isn't working for me. I have to say, may I suggest? And then from there, that creates the safe place for them so that I can then let them know what time it is and what kind of shit I'm not going to put up with. So, yes. Jenny Animal, what's up, girl? You missed the whole therapy session. We just had a whole therapy session about communication. So I wanted to share with everybody, you know, you guys don't know me. You only see the parts of my life that I choose for you to see. But I want you guys to know that I'm a real person and I struggle with stability in my life. I struggle with certain work environments. I struggle with certain friendships, relationships. I seem to constantly attract alcoholics in my life, even though, I mean, regardless of the beer. Okay, regardless of the fact that I like drinking craft beer, which is a hobby more than it is a daily habit. I don't think I've had any beer in fucking 3 days. Like, I only drink a couple times a week, you know, and I only drink really good quality beer because I like the taste and I like the textures of it. But I'm not an alcoholic, but for whatever reason, I seem to attract a lot of extremely destructive alcoholics in my life. And it hurts me. And I go through a lot because of them. I used to be a people pleaser. I know what it's like to be on the other side of who I am now, because the person that's on the other side of that is a broken, depressed, hurt beta female who never could be happy, you know? So switching over to this other side, I love the fact that I'm not a people pleaser. I love the fact that I don't kiss anyone's ass. I love the fact that I can draw the line when and where I need to draw the line. But it's how I do it, that needs to be, again, effective. It's not about being nice. It's not about being mean. It's about being effective. That is something I'm saying very different. There's nothing on this list besides number 1, number 2, and number 6. There's nothing on this list that involves being nice. I'm not interested in fucking being nice to anyone. I'm interested in being effective. I'm interested in being the light that can come on in somebody's head before I destroy them. You know what I mean? And I don't want to destroy them. I don't want to make people cry. I don't want people to be so offended by me looking at them the wrong way that they want to leave the job, But they're also punk bitches who are abusing the company and abusing labor cost, and who have no integrity or character, and whose parents should have taught them that. Again, I don't need to steal from the devil. If their parents didn't teach them how to be adults, even at some of these people are like in their 50s and they act like fucking babies. So it's not even just millennials. All right, so I'll read some of your comments and we'll wrap it up. Ginny, you're good. You're going to find the right place for you. I've gotten a few techniques from your videos. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, speaking of my videos, Megan, please get on the Patreon, because I am going to provide a live stream for my birthday party. And I want you to be there. So please, I have a $10, a $25, and a $50 subscription. I have not been consistent. I have not posted anything or written anybody or done anything like that, but I want to start coming up with things that are like more personal and more special for you guys that are really involved in my channel. So Megan, please get in the show notes, hit the Patreon. I need you on there. I need support. My birthday is coming up, so y'all need to break me off anyway. My birthday is going to be in 2 weeks. Okay. Patriot says, Patriot, get on my Patreon too. For example, may I suggest you take the vaccine rather than you must take the vaccine, you'll receive state punishment. Yeah, exactly like that. Exactly like that. We're still reviewing applicants and we'll have someone reach out to you in the next day or two. Thanks for checking in. Thank you. I got so many interviews. I got one on Friday and another one pending. And then another one. Yes, I'll be fine. That was smart. You're welcome, Gregory. I appreciate that. Jenny, oh, thank you. You're a great teacher. I appreciate you. Thank you. Jenny, get on my Patreon. Go into the description. Go in the show notes. It's there. Let's see. Do I have it in a banner? Yes. It's at 5%ers. Greg is on the Patreon, guys. Hook me up. Break me off. Break me off. Well, anyway, it's almost 1. I've got an interview at 2:30. It's at a pizza place. But this is actually something I want to do. Like, I feel like maybe I'm unhireable at this point as far as the kitchen is concerned, because I hate being the smartest person in the room. I honestly do. I love being around. Okay, Joe, thank you. And thank you, Megan. Appreciate you. Go on the Patreon. Thank you, darling. Appreciate it. I like learning. Obviously, I'm a Virgo. Like, I'm curious about the world. And obviously, I'm a very adventurous person. I'm never in one place. I'm always doing stuff. I like learning from people who are better than me. It's just that nowadays, based on how much I've been in the industry, there aren't that many that are. We are a dying breed of old school, old style, fine dining trained chefs. We're very hard to find these days because most people who are at my talent level are either doing their own thing as like a private chef or got some sort of entrepreneur. Yes, hold on. Let me get the Patreon open for you. Hold on. But anyway, my point is Patreon, come out the play. All right, hold up. Wait a minute. It's a 22. Pew, pew, pew. Yes. Public page. Hold up. Getting it. Okay. Copy and paste. There it is. Copy and paste that. It's in the chat. Thank you, Megan. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm gonna have something special for you. And the thing is too, like if you're at on my Patreon, like you can tell me what you want to talk about, Megan. So like Megan, if you were like, Jenny, I need you to show me how to roll pizza dough. I'll be like, okay, cool. And I'll be happy to get some pizza dough and I will do a video just for you. And everybody else can watch it if they want, but I'll do that video for you. Like, tell me what you want to see or what you want to see me talk about or whatever, and I'll do it. I'll be like your political culinary OnlyFans chick, but I'll just have clothes on. That's it. Anyway, I forgot my train of thought. Sorry. Copy and paste. All right. So Jenny, Megan, Zacatecas, Patriots, guys, go get on my Patreon. Hook your girl up. Hook me up. I'm really upset that George Floyd never finished his scholarship at Yale in philosophy. Oh, somebody got jokes. It must be a nightmare to work with the lazy socialist chef who never put in the effort but expect a college. Yeah, it is a nightmare. It is a nightmare, and it's gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. And I literally have not been able to stay at a job. I've fucking walked out of every job that I've had since April. I can't do it. The post-COVID workforce is not, it's not going to, it's not good for me. It's not good for me. It's not good for my mental health, emotional health. I want to be an eagle and just fly above it, but there's only a certain amount of manipulation and gaslighting that you can tolerate from companies who are so desperate for workers that they will shit on their best people in order to keep 2 or 3 people that suck. And that's the way it is now. And the fact that some of these people are making between 17 and 19 an hour is it's dumbfounding to me. But I know why they stay, and I know why they play the game, because they wouldn't be able to make that anywhere else. They just wouldn't. Nobody else is going to give somebody that much money to fuck up everything to fuck up everything. Fucked up everything. It's awful. Okay, bye, Joe. Thank you. Joe, get on my Patreon, darling. Here, I'll put this again here. Lawrence, get on my Patreon. Guys, copy and paste. Do I ever watch Tommy Sotomayor? I know who he is. He's somebody that I used to watch like back when I was still in the conservative closet and nobody knew. Yeah, Jenny, I'm not going to open up my own place. I don't have $500,000 to do that. I love you, darling, but that's a horrible suggestion. I'm not interested in doing that. I know I know what it takes to be a successful restaurant, and it takes hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I don't have that. Now, if I could open up like a cooking school and make it a nonprofit and then be able to have like a cafeteria that was open to the public, and I could do it with government grant money, now we're talking. Now we're talking. That I will do. If you want red pill culinary school, ll.org, and what I would do is just have either people with disabilities working there or just have veterans working there. And if I could do one of those two things, because another thing you guys don't know about me, I do really well with special. That's the other thing. That's the other fucking thing that makes me so mad. Is that I've actually worked with cooks that had disabilities or deformities. I've worked with cooks that have had Tourette's syndrome. And I am so patient and so compassionate toward them. I give them so much love and motivation because they actually want to fucking work. They want to be treated like adults. They want to have responsibility. They want to show that despite whatever's wrong with them, that they could still do something. Even if there was this one girl, you've seen people who have their hands are all fucked up like this, right? You guys know what I'm talking about? I work with this girl. She had her hand was all fucked up like that. She cooked with her other hand. Bitch was special ed as fuck, and she cooked with her other hand. Now, that being said, if I see people with fucking disabilities who work better than these fucking assholes, how do you think I'm gonna react? I don't treat people like shit because I'm arrogant. I treat people like shit because they treat the company like shit, or they treat me like shit. There's no excuse for laziness. You can't sit here and tell me that these special ed people that I've worked with throughout my career, how is it that they're better than you? How is it that they're better than, how is it that a motherfucker with Down syndrome is better than you? This is why I don't tolerate shit from people, because it's just comes down to character. These motherfuckers have no fucking character. None. Zero. So that's why I'm so mean to them, because fuck you. I've worked with people who were hella special ed, and they were still faster than these motherfuckers, these old bitches, these old fucking bitches. These old fucking bitches that want to sit there and cackle and talk and drink their little coffee and gossip and shit. Fuck them. Fuck them. Oh, excuse me. I mean, bless their little hearts. Okay. Okay, this is a good, hey, freaking American, this is a good point you brought up. Sodexo University unit hired me as a server and catering guy in 2019 and wanted me to consider supervision position immediately, but could not get rid of the ratchets and the lazies. That is exactly what happened to me at the Oakland A's. That's what's happening now at these hotels. They say they want good people, but they won't fucking let go of the dead weight. They won't do it. I get you. And you know what? Sodexo, Aramark, and Compass Utrust are three of the biggest food service management providers in the whole world. I mean, hotels, colleges, sports stadiums, you name it. I guarantee hospitals. You name any sort of big place like that, it's either going to be Sodexo, Aramark, or Compass You Trust. So I know exactly what you're talking about because Aramark was the same fucking way, bro. The same way. You know what, tons of vets, well, they want to come work for me. Like, that's the thing. Like that, if I could do that, see, all I would need to do, see, I'll do it, but I'm not going to do it with my money. I don't have that kind of money. I don't even want to look at my bank account. Plus, I walked out of a job this week. I walked out yesterday. So I had 4 more days scheduled. I fucking canceled all of them. I canceled them before they could fire me or talk any shit. You know, I had to throw the first punch when it came to the agency. I had to let them know. I said, this is a hostile work environment. Because that's exactly what they would say about me. Oh, she's mean to me. She doesn't say hi to me in the morning. Bitch, if you don't have nothing to say about the food, don't talk to me, especially after you've done nothing but make my life fucking harder. It's not the mature response, but it's the legit response. Bless your little heart. Anyway, need to write that down, approach city council, go to their meeting and promote that. I would love to. And the thing is, the training model that I could build would be so concise. I could get people who've never had any experience. I could get them restaurant ready in 2 months. If they follow everything that I do and do it the way I say to do it, I will make them the fastest, most efficient, most conscious cooks ever. And they would be hireable anywhere. So if there's a way I could either do it with homeless people, which I really don't want to do because I fucking hate them, or special ed people or veterans and get the government to pay for it, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. And all I got to do is go, as long as they can pay the lease on an abandoned or an empty restaurant, all it needs to be is just a regular empty vacant restaurant that still has all the equipment in there. Okay, get the government to pay the monthly rent for that. Get the government to give me a grant for the supplies and the operational costs, and of course the food. And then I could bring in people, and it could be like, I don't know, it could be a life-changing experience. It's going to be Culinary School Express, taught by the most talented, fastest hands in the West, which is what I have. Even with nails, I still chop faster than everybody else. So it's really down to the money. But at the same time, I would never want to have a for-profit food truck or catering business or restaurant, because there's no one to save you if you fuck up. If there's another lockdown, there's no one to save us. You know what I mean? People have this idea in their head, like, open a restaurant. Do you have any idea how many hundreds of thousands of dollars people lose opening restaurants, especially when they don't have a marketing budget? I watch entrepreneurs fucking crash and burn my whole career. I'm not going to fall in that trap. It's not my dream to do this. The only way that I would do this is if it's a nonprofit where I don't have to make a profit, where it's a nonprofit where I only need to reinvest 15% of our profits back into the business. And if I'm doing it with someone else's money, that's all I can do. Oh shit, hold on. That is honestly the most poignant thing. Hold on. Freaking American, that's the most poignant thing that I've heard that is a realistic rebuttal to the whole company culture shit. Because it's funny, it's like all these big corporations that have like, oh, our culture. Honey, that's just on the website. That's just to get you to apply. They don't mean any of that shit in real life. They don't mean any of it. Company culture, when I even hear that word, it means communism. It means we're going to sit here and pretend like everyone's talented, like everyone's responsible, like everyone's equal. No, the fuck, we're not equal. No, the fuck, your employees are not fucking equal. They're not. So stop pretending like they aren't. But that's the same thing. They care more about making shitty people feel good than rewarding quality professionals. That's what it's all about for them. I'm so glad you said that. Thank you. I had to screenshot that. That was good. I have cerebral palsy, can't walk or talk normally, but I'm really trying to fight through the technology side by now building free speech alternative apps. Then I'm going to run for office. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. I wish you the best with that. Absolutely. Jenny says Virgos are very well rounded and super smart. I'm sure you can do anything you put your mind to. Thank you, baby. Thank you. My other Jenny. Yeah, I didn't mean to sound like pissed off when you said that, because I know you meant it well, but let me go ahead and put up the next comment and you'll understand. Uncle Gun says restaurants and bars are consistently the most failed businesses in the world, especially in the US. Exactly. So if I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail with someone else's money. I'm not going to fail with mine. I'm going to fail with the government's money because I'm not putting a fucking dime into it. I will not. If I could do something like what Donald Trump did, I don't know if you guys ever like looked into like his real estate stuff, but he was saying how there was one of the first buildings he bought in New York. He said he didn't pay for it. He got someone else to finance it. That's what I'm trying to do here. But having, I have so many ideas. We still need to get Red Pill TV done. We still need to make Red Pill charter school for the kids, okay? And I'll run the food program. I will write the syllabus and I will be personally hiring the teachers. I will not leave that to anyone else. I'm not going to teach in the classroom, but I will personally hire the teachers. I will choose the reading lists. I will write the syllabus at every grade level for what they need to know about how to be informed American citizens, what they need to know about their history. And I will be designing the food program so that the children are eating nutritious food. Red Pill cooking school for the adults, we can either do it for the vets or we could do it for the special ed. I will personally design a prep table for someone in a wheelchair. I will do it. I will find an engineer and a welder myself to put that together for me if that helps anyone. I will have ramps all in that kitchen. Okay? Hey, if a midget wants to come work for me, I will make ovens. I will put ovens lower on the fucking ground so that they can use the bottom ovens and cook food just like everyone else and feel that sense of pride and accomplishment. Like, Jenny cares about us and this is a place for us to do what we got to do. And we're going to make the best goddamn food and we're going to sell it to the public and we're going to have them fucking pay us for how good we are, I think that would be cool. Okay. Yes, we could go cook at rallies. Okay. Big corporations have little or no competition, are protected, and so can maintain these bullshit. Ooh, you savage today. I'm gonna screenshot that too. You savage today, American. Thank you, Joe. I'm glad to see you. Oh, happy one is my big brothers. Gotta go on my way to these 4 feral kittens vaxxed and dewormed. Oh, okay, bye. Go take care of the little kitties. I don't love cats. I love dogs, but I like kittens. Kittens are awesome. Okay. Yeah, God bless you. Have a good day. All right, so we're at an hour and 14 minutes. I still have an hour and 15 minutes till my interview. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Guys, make sure you go get on the Patreon. Make sure you're following me on TikTok at Jenny Red Pill. Instagram is at Red Pill TV1. My email is redpill_rage@protonmail.com. And of course, Gab, Rumble, and Getter is redpillrage. Free the boys. Always sending love to those who are free, those who are in fear, and those who have already been illegally detained as political prisoners in Joe Biden's America. So it's fucked up. It's fucked up. I have this is a bartending position, and I've bartended like minimally. So I've done it at like events and banquets, and it's different because you're not really doing high volume. You're just kind of like pouring wine and opening beer, maybe making a couple of different cocktails, but it ain't like really being a bartender. Um this is a pizza place and a sports bar, and places like that do appeal to me in a certain way. Like, I don't always have to be in a fancy restaurant. I like places that make money, you know. And sometimes, sloppy, greasy food makes money. It just does. It just does. Um, so as bartender, I'm going to be responsible for answering the phone and taking the delivery orders and catering orders and to-go orders, which I am fully confident that I could do because obviously I've been doing it my whole career. Um, but I also their bar is small, which is good. It's not going to be one of these huge fucking places where there's, like a club or a gay club where there's 30 bartenders, and it's loud, and it'll give me an opportunity to watch sports again, which I haven't done and I can't do when I'm in the kitchen. It'll give me an opportunity to interact with customers and be the happy person that I really am on the inside, despite all of this, despite the Virgo face. Despite that, I am generally a pretty happy and friendly person. So it's going to be a different kind of challenge dealing with customers. Customers are fucking stupid. But the difference is they are giving me money, they're not costing me money. And my energy, my reaction, my frustrations are different with people who make me money. If you're putting money in my pocket, I'm going to be so nice to you and so gracious and patient. If you're taking money out of my pocket and making my life harder, I'm going to treat you like you deserve, right? Bless your little heart. Oh, you're a Cancer? Aw, I love Cancer. Well, my daughter was a Cancer. And when she was a baby, I used to do this with her. Be like, you're a little crab. You're a little crab. Let me get you, little crab. I used to say, little crab, little crab. But obviously, that's when she was a baby. But doesn't matter now. If you can get into the mindset that you have to treat customers the way you treat babies, the way you treat toddlers, it's a whole different vibration. I treat customers knowing that when they walk in the door, they're stupid. They're not going to read signs. They're not going to read the menu properly. They're going to send food back occasionally. They're going to change their minds about what they've asked for and then argue with me about it. And I just have to be super, super gracious. Now, it's a whole different motivation. So I actually want this job because A, it will get me out of the kitchen. B, it gives me a chance to be beautiful and attractive and feminine every day. It gives me a chance to practice my femininity. It gives me a chance to use my femininity in the right way. And they have a very, very good beer program. They actually have more beers than they have wine, and they have more craft beer than they have cocktails. They have 12 signature cocktails, and the rest of it is all local craft beer on their menu. So that's really what got me excited about this, because even though, yes, I'm bartending, the majority of their sales are going to be beer and craft beer. So that actually gets me excited. So it's not like they have like all these fucking wines and you got to learn what region they're from and what tannins and fucking aftertastes and notes and shit. I don't have to learn any of that wine shit. And I don't have to learn about scotch. Um, I don't have to learn about tequilas and mezcals. All I have to do is just do what I'm already good at, which is talking about craft beer. So I even wrote in my cover letter, I said, okay, so here's the deal. Here's my resume. Obviously, I'm a chef. It's all I've ever done. But I'm trying to transition from the back of house to front of house. I looked at your menu. I feel confident that I could learn your 12 signature cocktails. But even more so, I feel confident that I could really push your beer program and promote your beer program. And then they got back to me and I was like, hey, did you read my cover letter? Or you sure you still want to talk? I said I don't have that much experience doing this. And they're like, yeah, that's cool. So that's kind of the advantage of the market, the job market being the way it is that companies that would only hire people with experience are now willing to take a chance to train somebody just to get somebody in. So the whole point is that I'm trying to say is that I want to look like I want to look hot, but I want to look professional, so I mean, I've got like this super tight dress, but I'm gonna cover it up with the blazer and try to pull it up a little bit so there's not too much titty, or I can put a bobby pin right here or whatever. But that's it. Like, I just want to look hot, but I want to be taken seriously. But I want to look hot. So, I want to look hot. I want to sell beer. I can sell beer with my eyes closed. It's easy for me. So you guys wish me luck. Pray for me. Yeah, it's so much easier to be lazy and stupid, but also hardworking and talented. Conservative, hot. Yes. Thank you. Appreciate it. Make sure you get on my Patreon. Freaking American, please go get on my Patreon. I'm going to post this one last time. Guys, my birthday's coming up. Help me out. Okay? I don't need the money, but I need the money. I don't need the money because I budgeted everything that I need to pay for. But I need the money because I don't have any money left over. That makes sense? All right. Thank you guys so much. Get on that Patreon. I promise you, please be patient with me. I will figure out a way to make separate content that's just for you. But I know you guys want to be in my birthday party. I've got a certain, I'll be celebrating with a certain chapter of a certain fraternity that I'm very close to. So I know you guys want to be a part of the party. And I'm also going to be rolling sushi that same day. I'll probably do that on YouTube. But then if you want the private party, you'll have to get on the Patreon, okay? And once again, like I said, Gregory, if you're still in here, I don't know if you are, I owe you a topic. So I told Gregory, like, if there's something you want me to do, I will do it. Like, it's OnlyFans with my clothes on. Like, if you want me to teach you how to cook something or teach you how to chop something or teach you how to butcher a certain cut of meat, If you want me to talk about a certain topic that's going on in the world or in our country, if you want me to just have a fucking psychology lesson, if you want to talk about neurolinguistic programming, if you want to talk about communication, if you want to talk about grief and PTSD, whatever you want me to talk about, I'll talk about. We could talk about art. We could talk about movies, like anything you want me to talk about. If you're on my Patreon, I will give you an episode to talk about it because I want to give back. I just haven't done it because I haven't focused on it. But I value myself and I care about my life now. And I know that this YouTube channel, it's small but mighty. And I want to give back to you. Okay. I want to build together, rise together so we can save our country. Too much cleavage can look unprofessional, sweetie. Now, if you're selling beer, that's a great look. Okay. So what we'll do is see, I'll just pull it up. Okay. Scoot those over. Okay. And then I'll get a bobby pin to go right there. Okay. So we're going to make it work. See, like right now, like the lapels are staying together. And it's not like, this is not too much right now. You know, I just have to make sure everything is like in place. And I'll just get some safety pins right here and just make sure I'm extra secure so that they're looking up here, but want to look down here. Does that make sense? I look good for selling beer. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so I'm good. I'm good. And most importantly, I forgive myself for my bad behavior. I forgive myself. I don't beat myself up about it anymore. I don't, because I don't care. Because I'm happy and I know what I'm worth and I know what I give a company. So again, like sometimes people try to gaslight us and they try to make us feel like there's something wrong with us because they do fucked up shit and we have a reaction to it, you know, kind of like Antifa. But don't ever let anyone gaslight you. Part of being the eagle that flies above means you know your worth and you see everything and you're willing to be objective, you're willing to be wrong. But if you're the eagle that flies above, that means you see all facets of it. So you see yourself in that. And you deserve to fucking be happy. You deserve to be well paid for your work. You deserve to have a job where your coworkers and your boss treat you with respect, especially if you're doing a good job. You fucking deserve that. So don't ever forget that, okay? Ooh, girl, I already know about Portland. I'm going to do another live stream and we're going to talk about Portland. But just today I just wanted to share with you guys that I am in therapy. I have 2 counselors. One is a licensed therapist. One is not a licensed therapist, but he is, he saw the video of January and he was one of the few people that stepped up and really was there and has still been there. He's still there for me. So it's a completely professional thing. It's not a attraction thing, even though he is really handsome. Like, it's not even that. It's just, he's a veteran and he knows PTSD like the back of his hand. And he's awesome. I love him. Like, he's my big brother. He'll always be my big brother, no matter what. No matter what. So, you know who you are, my fellow Virgo brother. If you're watching, you're amazing. So I wanted you guys to know, like, I'm trying, like, in the midst of a civil war, in the midst of Armageddon, I still want to be a better person. And there's really nothing wrong with me other than, you know, not having a filter. Like, there's really nothing. There really isn't, you know, other than just not having a filter, which has the domino effect of all the other things in your life. Like, I'm really a fucking self-controlled and responsible person. Like, I really am. So, um, decision making is a challenge sometimes. Boundaries are a challenge. Um, Learning how to evaluate other people's value in my life has been a challenge. Putting myself first is a challenge. Self-care is a challenge. Um, but other than that, I'm pretty fucking perfect. Like, I really am. But maybe some of you who have the same problems, or maybe you feel the same way that I do, I just wanted to share with you what I have been writing down and what I've been thinking about. So thank you. Joe says the reason the USA chose the bald eagle as our symbol is because the highest flying bird above all others and looks down and sees everything. And I think that is a very beautiful note to end this on. We've already been going an hour and a half. This was great. Thank you for listening. Smeghead, I love you. Holler at me sometime. Okay. We should do a show this week if you like. You know what? We will always support our British and Australian patriots. We have your back. We will never let you go. We will be here for you. And if y'all motherfuckers need to get off your island, you might as well just come up through the border like everyone else and be with us, you know, because this is about good versus evil, and it's happening all over the world. It's not just an American thing. So always happy to have my brother Patriots Flow in here. He's so amazing. I love you. You're so cool. Joe, PTSD is not easy. Yeah, I know. But we'll leave it on that. Okay. So you guys all have a good day. Pray for me that I can just once and for all just fucking get out of the kitchen and just do what just do what's fucking easier for me and that makes more money. Selling beer, talking about IPAs and pilsners, I could do it all day. Smiling and looking cute, I could do that all day. Making sure my customer's order is perfect and nothing is missing. I'm a Virgo. I will absolutely do that. You know, we just need to make sure that keep the red pill rage to a minimum and bless your heart. Bless your heart. Just learn to say that. And I'll be fine. I'll be so successful. Thank you, Lawrence. Lawrence, go jump on the Patreon. It is my birthday. My birthday's coming up. Go holler at me. Go help your girl out. Go help your girl out so I have beer and gambling money once I get to Vegas. Or, you know, pay my phone bill money. Or, you know, I take care of the responsible shit first, you know. Honestly, I do. Miriam, I'm about to get off the live, girl, but hello and thank you for dropping in. I have to say goodbye. I need to get ready to go. Okay. Good to see you hop in though, Miriam. If you just hopped in, please check the comments, copy and paste, jump on my Patreon. My birthday's coming up soon, and I just gave you guys an amazing therapy session to talking about communication. So hope you appreciate me as much as I appreciate you, because I do. Sometimes I'm just like, fuck this. I don't even want to do YouTube anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. But then I was like, you know what? No, I can't. I can't stop. It's stagnant right now because of all the shadow banning and algorithms, but I will find a way to continue the work that I've started. I will find a way. All right. Goodbye, everybody. TikTok, Jenny Red Pill. Instagram at RedPillTV1. Gab, Rumble, Getter, Red Pill Rage. And you can always send me an email at redpill_rage@protonmail.com. Everyone have a great day.